Morning. Day 4, I guess. Alright. A little after 6. Pulling out of Tillotson. Kind of put the stomach together a little bit last night, but I have my concerns. Lost some time yesterday, missed some miles. And I don't think I'm going to put in a 15-mile day today. We'll see. I have a lot of doubts. But the birds are singing. I think it's really humid. Either that or I'm feverish. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's beautiful. It just beats the crap out of me. Went into a mud pit yesterday. Stepped on what I thought was a supporting log. It was not. That baby was deep. I was in up to my knee, and my foot was trapped under a couple of logs in there. I thought that might be it. That's flowing out of the beaver pond. You can tell by the color of that. Well, I'm gonna walk. I'll catch you somewhere down the trail. See what things look like. I don't know if you could see him on this camera. There was a beaver in that beaver pond. This doesn't have a very good zoom, sorry. This is where I wanted to get to yesterday. A little behind schedule. I was not going to make it here yesterday. Let's be clear about that. Get your cars. Let's be close to the road. I never know what you can see on this camera until I get home. I'm looking at Spruce Ledge. It's a beautiful pond down there at the bottom too. I think that's Spruce Ledge. I know we're getting really close to the Gulch. I think that's the trail. It's all theoretical at this point. Here's a place. Yeah, there's people down in that pond. Well, decided to call it a day early again. My body's getting used to this. Better be careful. It's going to rain tonight. It looked like a pretty solid rain, so I figured I'd stay here where there's a roof. Spruce Ledge. Never been up here before. It's way high up off the trail, so I've gotten water down below, but I've never come up to the shelter. It's a pretty neat little one. I'm not sure if the camera will show you inside there. Yeah, you probably put 8 people in here at least. The dining room. Pardon my slow pace, I'm barefoot. I gotta watch my foot placement a little bit more. Those boots. Those boots will land just about anywhere. Caution, cliff. Danger. You go all the way down. Just see a little bit of that pond down there. I think somebody's got a camp over there. Tell you, that's looking pretty good right now. But not today. So even stopping here, we're really only like about 6 or 7 miles behind schedule. And with the stomach in shape, we'll catch up. It's going to have to happen fast, though. I have to call that hotel and tell them I'm not going to make my reservation. Oh, oof. Yeah. It's a beautiful spot. It's a little tropical today before that rain. But tomorrow should be better then, hopefully. If it stops. Saying like before 8. I'm willing to get a late start if I have to. The trail goes straight up from here, so I'm not in any hurry to go forward. But we're here, still alive. Day 4. I don't know. Watch out for these chipmunks here. They're quite violent. You took offense at that too. Yeah, the wildlife around here is quite entertaining. There was a snake eating a giant frog earlier. Way bigger than that snake. He was just kind of chewing it to death. I don't know if I told you about the bear I saw the other day. He climbed up a tree because he heard me coming. And then he heard me coming even closer. And he came scrambling down the tree. He was probably a good couple 100 pounds. I don't think he was 3, but I think he was over 2. Made a lot of noise when he came scrambling down. It was so funny because he turns and he runs away because he's terrified of me. I was a little scared of him. He's big. But that's what bears are supposed to do. They're supposed to run away. Here I am posing with all my dirty laundry. You know I'm the legit hiker. Oh well. I don't know if there'll be a further report this evening or not. This might be all for day 4. I think it's day 4. It's already becoming blurry. Day 3? Day 4. Find out tomorrow. Good morning. Say good morning. Day 5 perhaps begins. Wet. But I think the rain's passed for the most part. There'll be water coming off the trees. But it's slippery. Should be a nice, cool, breezy day, which is good. We have multiple large climbs we'd like to do. They're not large. They're just big. 1,500, 1,000. Parts of the body recovering. Other parts I'm not so sure of. Normally I tell you everything. I'm not talking about troubles I got this morning. But my wife says it's raining at home. She's hoping I have a short day planned. I told her it's going to be raining here tomorrow, so I've got a long day planned. I don't know if I can do the day I want to try to do today. But it's all a matter of what the body will let me do. The legs are strong, the heart is strong, the stomach is weak. But here, let me show you some pretty trails. Once we get to the bottom, I'm going to turn this off. We're going straight up. I remember climbing up that ledge last year. That made me feel really sick. So hopefully this year's a little bit better. But yeah, from here it goes up. It's not very far. It's a really steep angle for maybe a half mile or so. It's hard to say how far it is because it seems to take forever. Yeah, it's funny how the day always starts feeling pretty good. I don't know, I kept pumping cheese in yesterday. Cheese on trail. some soup when I got to camp. You can't say I don't try. You can say I'm stupid. You can say I'm a moron. But you can't say I don't try. I say I'm stupid. I say I'm a moron. I know me better than anybody. Boy. This just seems dumb. Fat old man like me. It's just so darn pretty out here, though. That rain last night on the roof. It's a beautiful thing. Could have used some thunder and lightning. That would have made it more exciting. But the noise made it hard to tell if there were shelter mice. I don't think there are any mice in that shelter. But I woke up at one point certain that there was a mouse right next to me. And I turned on the light and there was no mouse there. But I think the sound on the roof, I was dreaming that there was a mouse or something. I don't know. Well, we've reached the bottom. There's no place to go but up. Book says 4 hours to Corliss. Let's see. Not sure how much farther we're going to go today. I'll show you these beautiful ferns. Thinking I may have to stop when I get to Corliss. The thinking is so much better now. Remember last fall I couldn't think. At least now my brain is working. I know how bad things are. Corliss Camp. It's breezy, beautiful. The bug town out here. Took me 5.5 hours to get here from Spruce Ledge. It's supposed to take 4 hours. There's no way I was going to make Roundtop today. I think this is starting to look pretty grim for the entire escapade. This stomach is not coming together. I can do 7 or 8 miles a day. I don't have enough food for that. Or enough time. But yeah, I can't do 15 miles a day. And if I can't do 15 miles a day, this isn't happening. So, I don't know. Need a few days between here and the road, but I get a feeling I'm going home on Saturday. And my daughter's going to make fun of me. She said that I would come can I say? Make it go. I do know that I don't think I'll be trying the southbound again. Maybe a northbound. Maybe a section height. But as much as I love it up here, it's just too tough to start. Alright. I'll be back here next 6 months in the fall. I really like the trail. So tomorrow we get to hike in the rain. We'll go up Laraway. It'll be very exciting. And then we'll see what comes next. But I thought I'd say hey, show you the camp. It's a neat little camp. It's got loft upstairs. Just a big flat spot up there. Yeah. Bunks for 4 to 8 in here, depending on how friendly you are. Keeping the door closed, trying to keep the mosquitoes out. Well, hey, that's probably going to be it for today. I don't know if there's going to be people here later or not. That's why I figured I better record this now. But I got the GoPro. We'll record that climb in the rain tomorrow. You get to see how bad it is. We'll see you then. Morning. Rained a little bit. Stopped a little bit. I'm not going to be able to go far. I've forgotten to tighten up my lifters before I started the camera. I'll just say goodbye here. We're heading out. Going to try to see if we can get up this first steep pitch before it really starts raining. I have to put on my rain gear. It's going to rain. It's going to be wet and slippery and dangerous. But there's no way out. Person's got to go. Of course, I'm feeling great this morning. We'll see how I feel in a couple of hours. I don't know what else to say. It's a peaceful night, a lot of owls. A lot of thinking. Still trying to decide if I could salvage this hike somehow. First thing I do is make sure we're getting the right thing. .1 miles, they say, to the shelter. Since it's raining, that's as far as I'll go. Hopefully there's room for me when I get there. And then tomorrow, I'll have to decide what I'm going to do. Some more pondering. Here. Look, it's a beautiful trail. Maybe a few mosquitoes. It's a beautiful view on top of the mountain, but I don't know what it's going to be doing by the time we get up there. It's about 1,100 feet, 1,200 feet from here. I don't care how far it is, that's how high it is. But we got to go over the top either way. So. If it's a hurricane, it's a hurricane. I don't know. Yeah, there are some mosquitoes out here. I've been dealing with black flies mostly. Mosquitoes are a different creature altogether. Well, I think I see the pitch over there. It goes up for a bit, so we'll turn this off. Pretty sure I'll show you some rain later. I told you that there would be rain. When they say 100%, they mean 100%. Almost made it to the top of the mountain before it started. Now, we'll go down the mountain in the rain. This will be exciting. But at least I didn't have to climb up here in this curve. This will be my first time really trying this thing in the rain. I tested it out, but it wasn't really raining and I wasn't really on trail. So, hopefully this works. I just want something to keep me warm. I'm already wet. I'll get dry when I get where I'm going. Need a little something to hold the heat in. Well, top of the mountain. There'll be a view around the corner. Let's see if I can get the camera out again there and show you. Classic long trail. Those trail runners, they're not going to dry today. I don't think these boots are going to dry today either, so I'm not bragging or anything. But here, we'll go slow. I sense an edge approaching. Ooh, baby. This is when you're glad there's no thunder. Look at that. If you look at last year's video, you'll see the view from here extends quite far on a better weather day. I wasn't expecting this much view today. Wow. Normally this is a good place to stop and have a break, but I think today we'll just take a few pictures and mosey on. Well, I don't think we'll be seeing too many day hikers today. Working our way down their way. These little streams are going to be beautiful today. I think there's a whole bunch of these crossings along the way. Slippery out here. Can't run the camera while I'm hiking because I'm too busy walking. Well, we made it to Roundtop. I saw a roof and I said, that's it, I'm done. I could hike more today. I wish I'd felt this good yesterday. But there's no place to go. I want to spend longer doing my resupply in Johnson than I have today to get to the next shelter. And I don't want to sleep out in the rain. After hiking in the rain all day, the shelter is the place to be. Last word I saw on Far Out is that the pump here wasn't working. And I'm afraid that the guy who couldn't get the pump to work left the priming can empty. The pump is way down there. I decided we didn't really want to try that water, although I was tempted. I've either come up with an ingenious scheme or a foolish plan here, but drip by drip I'm collecting water off the roof. Will it be enough? Yeah, if it keeps raining. So yeah, I think I'm going to claim this spot because this one looks dry. That's the wet spot. It's cloudy out there. Chance of rain, I hear. But I thought I'd welcome you here. It's going to be a long afternoon, hopefully, of eating and drinking. Well, eating anyway. I don't know about drinking. We'll see. I really don't want to have to go down to that pump. It's way down the hill. And if it's not working, then I'm out in the rain for nothing. Maybe that puddle over there. Well, it had to happen sooner or later. We've got neighbors. They're nice people. I'm not used to neighbors anymore. I've been enjoying my wilderness adventure. It's been great. Things are going well. Had a good dinner. Barricade stashed. I think I finally figured out where the tent sites are. I've been up here at Roundtop before, and I never could figure out where they thought you would tent here. But now that it's not raining, small tents. I don't know if you could get a 2-person tent in anywhere here. You don't want a tent there because that's water. You gotta know the difference between drainage and tent sites. That's definitely drainage, but that's a tent site. That would work. Uncomfortably for 2, just fine for 1. Well, that's day 6. Tomorrow we'll go down to Johnson. Maybe pick up some food. Maybe keep going. I don't know how to break it to my daughter that I'm going to quit, so I might have to keep going. We'll see. I'm going really slow. I'm going to buy some extra food. It may take me more than 3 days to get to water. But maybe tomorrow's the day, right? Good. I don't know. Day 6.